see the horizon, see towards Ireland from this position at the top end, the southeast end of the road. Because this road, being found, was designed, was laid out to point to the setting moon at a very key moment in the lunar cycle, which lasts for over 18 years. And at the minor standstill in that cycle, the moon happens to set from this position next to a mountain peak, Mount Leinster Island, 91 miles away from this position. And this stone road, very mysteriously, like a grey finger of stone, points out across the sea to that mountain peak, which on a clear day is just visible above the horizon. And it points to that key moment when the moon sets behind the ocean of the west, the direction again.
So was this science, or did they simply worship the moon? Or are we talking about the same thing? Traditionally, of course, the was when pagan rituals took place, and still do.
O great goddess, radio, I ask at this time that you give healing. Healing to the person who is pain.
The moon means everything to us, because the moon gives us the ebbs and flows of life. It's the feminine aspect. The moon has been, right since the beginning of creation, been the most magical thing in the world.
Magic. On as the moon goes up.
Oh, but the peak.
It starts waning away until it's dark. I point this also to the station of the west of water. Let thy water of purity flow this night, and let it flow and direct to the lady called Anne.
Dot and draped griffiths, white witches, pursuing their craft in mystical molten cubes. In the West, if we see the moon in religious terms at all, we do tend to regard this as something essentially pagan. That's not how the Muslims say it. They live according to a lunar calendar which contrives to give them an extra year every 36 years. And as the head of the BBC's Persian service, Mariam points out, the moon still looms large in the Islamic world.
Muslim year is Ramadan, and when they see the first moon, the year begins. The second month, which is important in the Muslim calendar, is the month of Ramadan, the fasting month, which is fasting for about 29 or 30 days. This is important because unless they see the moon, they don't believe that the month has started. And occasionally, when it's too rainy in certain areas, or rather it's too cloudy, they can't see the moon. They don't start their fasting month.
You can't always see the full moon from the banqueting hall of London's Charing Cross Hotel, but that doesn't deter British members of the Loosist Trust, a spiritual charity which meets there every month to take on the world's problems. They use meditation and the moon to spread good vibes. Steve Nation is the Trust's spokesperson.
The time
really, the full moon is rather like the time of the full sun, and there's this incredible flow of light and light from the sun. Meetings are held by small groups and large groups.
What do you think is happening?
What we believe is happening during this period is that there is an abundance of energy, spiritual energy, that's pouring into individuals. And what we try to do is to see that energy as a good and to see that energy pouring into the work that's been done to build a world of justice, of sharing, and right human relationships.
Meanwhile, in the sea, relationships that were more basic nature being formed under the romantic light of the full moon. Marine biologist Tony Nelson Smith is the voyeur.
Creatures from fairly humble worms, appearing at the surface. At this particular time in the autumn, the locals come out. Bearing in mind that about the sea, and that all of this sea the earth and its creatures.
Biodynamic horticulture, which of course is so important in the present day, specified by position of the world. It is mentioned in many a medieval Catholic handbook.
So peaceful means the burning, so consuming is the waters, that they with the planets may rest and rise and flourish with varying most plentiful lights.
When we first came down here, the cultivated field was next to the gate, next to the road, and the local people wondered what these strangers were going to do and if they knew anything about farming. So in the evenings they used to come and have a look at the crops. And towards the autumn, they saw very good crops and very good carrots. And so they said, well, we've never seen such carrots on a mountain. May we have some for the harvest list? And after that, first to go carrots. Soon, and when the moon is because this woman has but I can't go into this. You don't have to. I mean, what to go into? Are the planets and the moon and the earth together? And this is all here. The moon was in that soul. Because the water is in the soul. What does it do to the tides? It pulls them up. Does the same in the plant stuff. It does the same to the water and the air. Obviously, the moon has an effect on the watery part of the plant.